The Bill's Trudie Goodwin claims sexism and ageism is still rife across TV, and hasn't changed much in 30 years. Actress says blokes can work as long as they want no matter what they look like, while women have to look a certain way. She is known to millions for her big roles in Emmerdale and The Bill that have kept her on screen for well over 30 years. But actress Trudie Goodwin says sexism and ageism is still rife across the TV industry. Trudie says it is not just the BBC to blame after the recent gender pay gap debacle, and she insists women of all ages struggle compared to men. Trudie, now 65, says, "People say it's got better but I'm not sure it has. It still really annoys me that blokes can go on working as long as they want no matter what they look like, and women have to look a certain way. That's still true. You still get much older men with much younger women on television, and that's alright, but it's not the other way round. Obviously you have the wonderful Sarah Lancashire and Olivia Coleman and all of those wonderful actresses, but there are a handful of those. It's still really hard, and it's really hard for young actresses as well. You have to look a certain way as well and have to be attractive. It's still difficult if you don't fit into a certain mold." And obviously we all know about the pay discrepancy, and that was certainly true way back on The Bill as well. It's depressing, and I can't believe we're still having that argument after it coming up again with the BBC. But it's not just the BBC, it's ITV and others as well. There's still discrepancy. Trudie is currently back on screen in the reruns of The Bill on the drama channel every day. The drama has fond family memories for her, playing Sergeant June Ackland for 23 years, and not just because it was extremely well paid. She explained, "When we did the pilot, my eldest daughter was a year-old. She was 8 or 9 months old when I did the auditions. I remember bringing her in the buggy to the costume fittings because I couldn't get anybody to look after her, so all the wardrobe women looked after her. The Bill is such a big part of my life, but of my kids' lives as well, because when we first started they were fine about bringing the kids with you, and so if I was stuck I'd bring them in and they'd sit in makeup and have scars done on them, or they'd be in the background of shots, and then suddenly it stopped because we can't do that for insurance, so it was a bit boring. But a lot of people used to bring their kids in. It was nice and very family-orientated show."